The National Security Council Coordinator for Strategic Communications, John Kirby. John, thank you for joining us this morning. Your reaction to Putin's speech?
I think there was a lot in there that was typical, a lot that we've heard before, the threats about neo-Nazis in Ukraine, talking about his own territorial being threatened. George, the only territorial integrity that's being threatened right now continues to be Ukraine. You also saw that he called up partial mobilization of reservists. This will account for about 300,000 troops.
That's the most serious move, isn't it?
And we expected that. Now, that's a lot, 300,000. I mean, that's almost twice as much as he committed to the war back in February of this year.
A sign the war is going badly for him.
It's definitely a sign that he's struggling, and we know that. He has suffered tens of thousands of casualties. He has terrible morale, unit cohesion on the battlefield. Command and control has still not been solved. He's got desertion problems, and he's forcing the wounded back into the fight. So clearly manpower is a problem for him. He feels like he's on his back foot, particularly in that northeast area of the Donbass.
The most ominous part of the speech, his suggestion that using nuclear weapons is not a bluff. Do you buy that?
Well, we always have to take this kind of rhetoric seriously. It's irresponsible rhetoric for nuclear power to talk that way, but it's not atypical for how he's been talking the last 7 months, and we take it seriously. We're monitoring as best we can their strategic posture so that if we have to, we can alter ours. We've seen no indication that that's required right now.
What happens if he uses nuclear weapons?
Well, I think you've heard the president talk about this, George. There will be severe consequences. Not only will he be that much more a pariah on the world stage, but there'll have to be severe consequences that the international community will have to.
How about these votes to annex the Ukrainian territories that he says are part of Russia? Will any attack then by Ukraine be seen then as an attack on Russia?
That is what he's trying to do, George. He's trying to, because he can't legitimately take some of these areas, he's trying to have some sort of political legitimacy of it so that he can claim it's Russian territory. It is not, it won't be, even as a result of these sham referendums.
So that's not going to deter the United States in any way, shape, or form?
No, sir. We're going to continue to support Ukraine with security assistance and other financial aid, as the president said, for as long as it takes. That is Ukrainian territory. It doesn't matter what sham referendum they put in place or what vote they hold. It's still Ukrainian territory.
What do you make of the fact that in the last week, the leaders of China, India, and Turkey have all taken on Vladimir Putin?
Yeah, pretty interesting, isn't it? It doesn't seem like he has a whole lot of sympathetic ears out there, even among countries like China, who hasn't, condemned him. But they're clearly they have concerns about the way this war is being prosecuted, the atrocities, the war crimes, and I think they are surprised at how little progress Russia has made. So it's noteworthy that some nations he thought were in his corner, clearly are expressing concerns publicly, not just privately, but publicly to him.
So what should we expect from President Biden at the UN today?
President's looking forward to his speech this morning. I think you'll see a wide-ranging set of remarks on a range of issues. He's going to make clear the United States' commitment to the UN Charter, to the founding ideas of the UN, which is about solving conflicts through peaceful dialogue and discussion. I think he's going to be very clear about where we stand with respect to Russia and Ukraine. And I think he's going to make some announcements on food security and other global investments that the United States looks forward to leading.
John Kirby, thanks very much.
My pleasure.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.